Our planet is home to many dangerous animals. But which one is the most dangerous? We've picked 72 that stand above this lineup. In each episode, we'll pick a winner with our top 11 finalists facing off in a series showdown. For the largest reptile from the largest reptile in the world to a hornet that can kill to a scorpion that can kill an animal 100 times its own weight. All the way to man's best friend stabbing man in the back. This is 72 Dangerous Animals, Our Planet. Quick director's note. Hey guys, before this video starts, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Even though I said who win Ultimate Fish Rumble would be my last video in 2023. Conveniently, I just finished the script and setting up all of that stuff, etc. for episode 4, so I was like, I'll just do something for Christmas. Also, another quick disclaimer. Hey guys, so this is about pronouncing words. No, I don't get made fun of. I most likely about how I pronounce this or that. But I do pronounce stuff differently. In this episode, there's the gaur and the gharial. Some people pronounce the gaur's name as gaur, like an alligator gaur. But in reality, it's more pronounced gaur. No one pronounces it spinosaurus. It's Spinosaurus. I do pronounce it Quetzal instead of Kensal, even though Kensal, even though Quetzal is the right term. And there's many other things. Let's just say Dilophosaurus. I pronounce Dilophosaurus. Well, Zeph said Dunkleosteus, but I pronounce it as Dunkleosteus. We have all different accents. It's chill. I also pronounce Giganosaurus, not Giganosaurus. When I look at Giganosaurus, I'm like, who's pronouncing that Giganosaurus? And I get confused, and I question my reality and existence as I go in the corner and depressingly cry. Yeah. And there was some guy that pronounced it Dinosuchus. It's Dinosuchus. And Siri goes Titanoboa for Titanoboa. Something like that. So, just a quick disclaimer. I do pronounce animal names differently. Some people pronounce the gharial's name as gharial. I just can't. Like the A, like when I look at this, the A becomes before the. There's no R. There's no R. It's gharial, not gharial. Like you hear the R and there's no R there. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, I do pronounce different animals' names. So when you think of the gaur, so I pronounce animals' names completely different. Sue me. Actually, don't sue me. Who calls it gharial? Scarial. I don't want to sound rude. But who? It's 2023. Who's calling Spinosaurus Spinosaurus? Dilophosaurus. Purosaurus. I heard another calling for Purosaurus. It's Purosaurus. Pliosaurus. History. Our Planet. History of Our Planet or whatever it's called. I watched that. Pronounced and said both pliosaurs and plesiosaurs are the same thing. No, they're not. So anyways, that's just a quick disclaimer. I wanted to get that right out of the way, that I pronounce names completely different than most people. But hey, you can't make fun of people, or else they might find you and kill you. Also, if you have an idea for a series, a Who Would Win book idea, or a battle for prehistoric plant beast battles, please comment down in the section. I love reading all of your comments, and I'm going to answer all of your comments under this video and most likely the next video. Also, a shout out to this kid who actually had an idea for the script of episode 5. Kid, imagine stuff. I've already assigned the animals to specific episodes. I originally had the boa constrictor. Now I replaced it with the reticulated python. So kid, keep your good work on. There's not many people that would give it good ideas, but you give great ideas. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this episode. The moray eel can get from the length of a foot to the length of a full-grown adult's arm, depending on the species. They are found everywhere, and at maximum weights, they can get around 60 pounds. Moray eels are one of the apex predators of coral reefs. They're also very cannibalistic. Moray eels Sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. My throat is a little itchy right now, so I'm going to try and get through this episode without coughing too much, okay? Moray eels also they actually eat bacteria. They're not full carnivores. They're actually more facultative. Okay, quick explaining for facultative. You got carnivore, eat only meat, herbivore, eat only veggies, and omnivore. Most people would say if a herbivore one time eats meat, it's automatically an omnivore. Then there's the facultative carnivores and facultative herbivores. Like, they'll eat meat, right? Yeah, Casual Geographic could explain it to you. These are kind of technically, moray eels are kind of technically facultative carnivores. They eat mostly meat and eat some bacteria. This bacteria actually makes them poisonous. So if you see a moray eel on the menu, just stick to other eels if you're gonna eat sushi, not morays. Moray eels have a very strong bite and are one of the top predators in their areas. They hunt octopuses way different than you might think. You'd think moray eels would swim up to octopuses, bite them, and swallow them whole. Now, it's a real struggle. Let's take a step back. Imagine a moray eel puts itself right into position to catch an octopus. It does so. The problem is, it's not going to be one bite and it's secure the prey. The octopus is going to fight back in an attempt to escape. It'll do a method. Hold on. Yeah, my cat's under the bed. Not a ghost. You might have heard scratching. It's my cat. Not a ghost. No, that didn't work. So you're going to hear him. They'll have to tear limb from limb. Swallow that. Don't forget, octopus limbs move. Like, you see these animals struggling and swallowing octopus limbs whole. And we don't even need to catch and kill the octopus. We just wait for the octopus and we struggle. Because once the octopus is too weak, the moray eel will come in for the kill. Moray eels are also one of the only predators of stonefish. They're actually immune to their venom. They have an immunity to their venom, so all they really need to do is catch the stonefish, and that's it. Also, they'll eat sharks with no permission. Now, if you watch, I'll talk about this later. How do they swallow these prey? They have a second jaw. Yes, that's right. Moray eels have a second jaw deeper in their throat. Once a moray eel bites onto prey, like in this photo, you'll see the second jaw will move up, like you see here when the moray eel's mouth is closed. But once it opens, it chomps down on this prey and gets the second jaw to do the rest. In this photo, it shows once a moray eel secures onto its prey, there would be almost no chance of escape. One time a male got attacked by a moray eel, and it was so bad they had to surgically remove their finger to the toe, and vice versa. Now he has a toe on his hand. The moray eel takes first place in this competition. How does it fare against a massive bovine? Gaurs are massive bovines. At the maximum, they can get around 400 to 500 pounds. Some over exceeding 800. They're very large animals. These animals only live in Asia, specifically India, China, Japan. Actually, not Japan. And other spots where there's enough vegetation. Gaurs are the largest bovine on the continent of North America, on the continent of Asia. Gaurs are also the largest bovine living today. Bovines include buffaloes and bulls. Well, you might be wondering, what about bison? They're actually slightly more closely related to stuff like sheep, goats, etc. They're actually more related to elk than gaur. Gaurs are extremely aggressive animals, and they have a good reason to be. And you know when elephants go through musk, where they get hyper aggressive, and will literally, for you existing, it's just the wrong time. This only happens with male. Gaur don't go through that. Oh no, they're just aggressive all season. Like that. Now gaurs are one of the only animals that tigers actually fear. Gaurs are actually a prey item to tigers. Let's go back to the simulated room. An octopus moray eel, scram! Peasants, you need to leave. Okay, so now we got our gaur and our tiger. Let's say that the tiger walks and decides to make a meal out of the gaur. Tigers are actually going to be featured later in this series. The gaur will warn the tiger by pouting, slamming its foot down to the ground, its hooves down, lowering its head, blowing, basically saying, just like in Death for Nature season 11 with Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus, it's basically going, I'm bigger, I'm stronger. Leave me alone. Imagine the tiger does not take the warning. Most likely, it will pounce and try to grab the gaur. That's when the gaur will charge and put those horns to a very good purpose. They don't even need to use their horns. they will trample or throw the tiger across. Honestly, if you're this is basically the description of gaur. Your uncle, gaurs are just your uncle that do weight lifts for fun. They don't need 5-hour energy. They need 50-hour energy. Guys, this is just your uncle, but he needs 50-hour energy. Yeah. He get out of here, 5-hour energy. Bro, you don't do a thing. 50-hour energy. This is literally the epitome of an animal that God was like, okay, let's make this thing buff. Like, they don't look buff here. This is one animal I would rather have to swim. I would rather be blindfolded, and have to fight sharks with a walking stick than fight that thing. Well, yes, I might have the risk of drowning and also not knowing where the heck the sharks are. At least they'll make it quick. At least if they get to me, the death will be mostly painless since shark bites are not that fatal. This thing, it'll just trample me to near shreds. Guys, gaurs will literally just go, time for me to kill. Oh, look, a little human. Tigers barely mess with these guys. Well, yes, gaurs are a food source for tigers. Tigers are like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I don't need to eat a gaur. I'll eat that skinny. When two gaurs fight, it's whoever fights. They literally fight to near death. And then their fights are not pretty. Many fights end in death. This tiger right here is making a terrible, horrible mistake. That's probably going to cost him his death. You see him grabbing this poor little goat. This poor little peasant. And then his mom's like, oh no! You're dead! Yeah. Honestly, the guy who took the photo probably saw a grueling death. A gory, painful, gruesome death. And I think both gaurs got to walk away unscathed. Oh. Gaurs are truly the animal that God was like, okay, let's make this thing push around everything else. Gaurs have multiple. The gaur is a very dangerous animal. It destroys the competition, lands in first. And for people that are going like, what do you mean? The moray eel's much more dangerous. This thing could trample you, impale you, or just ram you clean dead. And it can throw you in the air. These animals are one extremely dangerous monster that you would definitely die from. How does the gaur fare against the serpent of the seas? Sea snakes are found in every ocean except the Arctic Ocean. So are moray eels. They're not found in the Arctic Ocean. Almost most animals are not found in the ocean. Sea snakes can get from your arm length, yeah, that's it, to like 3 feet. Sea snakes are spread all over oceans. What makes sea snakes so dangerous is they're unpredictable. Yeah, there's yellow-belly. This is a yellow-belly sea snake. And one of the most aggressive sea snakes. I don't even think. This is probably like a honey badger if it was turned into a reptile and lost legs. These snakes are much more aggressive than their banded sea crate cousins. And their common sea snake cousins. They're so unpredictable. Kill time on a small fish would take like a few minutes. Kill time on a human would take 30 minutes. Sea snakes are one animal you should just not mess with it. I honestly don't know why I forgot that show. Okay, let's continue. He was holding the main character, not even, like, it was alive. Jonathan Worlds, yes. I remember watching that. Jonathan's Blue World. Where Jonathan just went, this is a nice snake. And was holding an animal that could easily one-shot him. If you think that's crazy, there are many more things crazy. These things, they can go on land. One myth you thought where sea snakes were completely aquatic, never went on land. That's far from the truth. They can literally go on land and mind their own business. If you think today's sea snakes are bad, meet where HE double hockey sticks really worked. Meet Paleofist. And if you haven't watched 72 Dangerous Animals previously, especially episode 9, the Clash of Titans, where this thing was featured, then you really don't know too much about them. Paleofist is a 40-foot sea snake, and is the second longest snake to ever live, right behind Titanoboa. And is the largest sea snake, and it also is the largest venomous snake to ever live on this thing we call Earth. These things took out Basilosaurus and did it like it's no business. Basilosaurus would stand no chance against this thing. Paleofist would one-shot humans. Kill time on baby Basilosaurus would be like 1 minute. Kill time on us, even like a bite, and even a one bite would just kill us straight there, and then we would be impaled. And these things, like sea snakes, could chew, making them much more HE double hockey sticks ish than modern day sea snakes. Like, these things just takes being a sea snake to like next level. Like, there would be no rules. There's like no rules in the animal kingdom. Like, seriously, prehistoric times were just when everything can do whatever. So much so, sea snakes are so intimidating that a handful of species of eels cosplay to be them so they don't get picked off by their own predators. Like a lot. That's actual sea snake. Real sea snake, that thing. Real one, that thing. These snakes commonly hunt. Sorry, my cat was in my room, so I had to let him out. Commonly hunt moray eels. And they're nearly like twice their own weight. Like, seriously. And their nasty jaws. Don't forget about that. The moray eel is a very dangerous threat. But sea snakes know how to do. Just murder morays. They'll look in holes, waiting for prey. And once they see it, one bite and it's subdued. The sea snake is a very dangerous animal. However, it can't top our formidable gaur. The sea snake comes dead second place. What the? Sorry. Comes in dead second place, pushing the moray eel down to third. How does it fare against the most populated spider? Tarantulas can get from the size of your hand to the size of a dinner plate. And they're found on every continent except Antarctica. tarantulas are a wide species, with the largest member being the Goliath bird-eating spider. They're actually tarantulas. Sorry, I made a little mistake. There's many colorful species. Tarantulas vary in many different sizes, from small to massive. Scientists are discovering a recently discovered green glow-in-the-dark tarantula, and it's nuts. Tarantulas are highly aggressive and are like their close cousins, Sydney funnelwebs, and they'll hide in burrows, waiting for prey to come, and then they'll explode out, grab it, and tear it in. Now I've always wanted a tarantula as a pet, and my mom won't let me get one. In the future, I'll get it anyways. I'm sorry, Mom, but you tell me to follow my dreams. Tarantulas are just that one animal that won't really mess with you. Tarantula bites are not commonly fatal. In fact, there has been no reported deaths from tarantula. The worst thing you can get is a bad rash. However, tarantulas are dangerous to many, many small animals. This lizard got extremely unlucky. Wandering in a tarantula's burrow or nearby, a tarantula got it the death penalty. Now, just guess. When I first saw this photo, I was like, what the heck is this tarantula eating? My first guess was a snake. If you look down, you see the head, it's a frog. Tarantulas can make animals much larger than it regret. And many species of tarantulas are able to detach their hairs and throw them at predators if they feel threatened. The tarantulas are spiders that can irritate you but cannot kill you. The tarantula has no match for our top 3. It comes in at 4. Next up, a weird fish-hunting crocodile. The gharial is the third largest group of crocodilians, in size. Right behind their 2 much more famous cousins, the alligators and the crocodiles. I actually used to think alligators were bigger than crocodiles, but in reality, alligators ain't be that big. These animals can only be found in Asia, specifically watered areas of India, China, Japan, etc. Gharials are one of the weirdest crocodilians. They have a very famous cousin, the Thomasdona crocodile, also known as the false gharial, which will be featured on later in the series. Gharials are commonly not well known. There are many ways you can tell a male from a female. Males often get slightly larger, and also are great dads. And they also have that big bulb. If you go back to this photo, you see this bulb. Males are the only ones that have the bulb. Unlike their prehistoric successor, Sarcosuchus, which both males and females have bulbs. These animals have been known to attack fish, but they'll also take soft-shelled turtles, not crocodilians, crustaceans, and even some small land-dwelling animals have been unfortunate to fall prey to gharials. Gharials are the only crocodilians that can't carry their babies in their mouth. Instead, the gharials have to let them ride on their back. Those teeth are designed to puncture prey, so they really can't keep their babies in their mouth. Honestly, it's kind of adorable. And if you're having a bad day, or you want to be reminded of your hopefully get farther and search up gharials, right? Baby gharials riding father gharials back. Honestly, it's pretty cute. Gharials are not built to attack humans, just like another prehistoric successor of gharials. Drumroll, please. I forgot the name. Yay. Yeah. Please. Yeah, I forgot the name, so yeah, I'm not great with the best names. Not the best. I'm not best with names. And I'm just trying to flash back to when I first heard that name. Gharials are one predator you wouldn't want to mess with. If gharials decided to attack humans, they are very large, and actually they could kill small children, but not full-grown adults. Gharials are one animal you should never mess with if you don't want to walk away with a terrible bite. The gharials are one of the only crocodilians that don't really have the capability to kill a human. The gharial is one of the most non-dangerous animals. It is no match for our top 3. More aggressive and more able to do damage. The gharial comes in at 4, pushing the tarantula down to 5. I don't know what that is. How does the gharial fare against a formidable predator? With a formidable fishy friend predator that one shots fish in your minutes, seconds. The blue marlin is the largest member. At maximum weights, blue marlins can get around 200 pounds. That is not lying. That is heavy. They're only found in the Atlantic Oceans. With the largest species of blue marlin, being the Atlantic blue marlin. It was originally thought. I originally thought that the black marlin was the largest species of swordfish. But in reality, the blue marlin is. What makes marlins so dangerous is when you catch them. Like when you're trying to reel them in. Like all fish, marlins will struggle. This is when you should probably not be near them, because they could accidentally swim and impale you, killing you. Deaths from blue marlins are particularly rare. However, they do and can happen. Blue marlins are one of the animals that will just impale you in mere minutes. Also, they hunt in schools. They'll surround prey, getting it into a bait ball, and then swim and slash at it, trying to impale it. And once they do, they'll swallow it whole. I'm not exaggerating. Down the gullet, they don't have teeth. Seems like the trade to get one sharp thing that looks like a nose but isn't is a pretty good trade-off. Blue marlins could one-shot something like a mahi-mahi. These animals could easily kill humans, and there has been reports of them killing. Don't forget, if you won't hop in the water with these guys and they feel threatened, they could swim around and stab you. Blue marlins are that one animal you absolutely should not mess with. The blue marlin is very dangerous. However, it can't knock off our gaur or the sea snake. The blue marlin comes in at third, pushing the moray eel to 4, gharial 5th, and tarantula 6th. Our last animal in this episode is the aggressive, famous murder hornets. Asian giant hornets, also known as murder hornets, can get around 10 inches long. At the maximum, usually the regular is only around 7 inches. These animals can only be found in Asia, but are actually at one point were in the United States. How murder hornets, also known as the Asian giant hornet, are one of the most aggressive and dangerous species of hornets. They're also the largest species of all hornets, wasps, bees, etc., all in that family. These predators are the most dangerous, also most dangerous of their family. They'll swarm like a massive pack and keep stinging you multiple times. Unlike bees and like wasps, hornets can sting multiple times without having to worry about losing their stinger. And imagine 100, 200, even 500 or 1,000 of these animals swarming right at you, stinging you from all places. And the worst part is you should never kill them, because if you kill one, it'll let out pheromones to attract more. Murder hornets are terrifying right now, but if they were much larger, around the size of a human or even cars, they would be much worse. Well, yes, there has been no evidence to prove that there were giant hornets the size of cars. It could have been a thing, but we might have not discovered it yet. But most likely, hornets the size of cars, that would not exist due to how hornet biology works. Wasps. These animals are infamous for raiding nests. Yeah, they can do that. But there is one disadvantage. Number. Bees can kill hornets by flying at them, covering them, and vibrating, which will make it very hot and cook the hornet alive. But the problem is the more hornets, don't ask about the sun, the more danger. Hornets are very aggressive to humans, and many people have been stung and killed by hornets. These are one dangerous animals. The hornet is a very dangerous animal, and due to its proximity to humans, it destroys the competition and lands in first. The gaur makes second, with the sea snake coming in third, giant blue marlin 4th, moray eel 5th, gharial 6th, and tarantula last. The hornet moves on to our finalists, and is our first insect, and also is our first terrestrial land animal, by that, to be in our finalists. It joins the saltwater crocodile, box jellyfish, and great white shark in the finalists. Next episode on 72 Dangerous Animals, Our Planet. A giant otter, the largest snake on the planet, the largest eagle on our planet, an aggressive shark, an aggressive but cute mammal, and another crazy looking crocodile. Hey guys, this is gonna be my confirmed last video of the year. I want to get one more video out before the end of this year. So I worked on this all day. I've been reading out my script. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Please, if you leave a comment, I'll answer it. And if I don't, I'll try and get to answer all your comments. Please. I love hearing about you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful season and have a happy new year. I'll see you all in 2024. Goodbye.